I'm so obsessed with this park, very obsessed. And there's a lot of activity going on here. The other video clip that I did, I didn't have good sound recording equipment, so I'm just relying on my phone alone. Um, but the park is just too busy. But I love it. It's very calm, it's very peaceful, and just it's easy. So I call here, but there's a lot of activity just happening. Earlier on, there's a lot of noise from the kids swinging, and you know. But yeah, it's not bad. I hope you bear with me. Now I'm looking around, and some young guys coming into, to practice or play football. Yeah, it happens actually every day. Yeah, but I love the park. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Yeah, and I feel like these parks are not fully, utilized, or their role is not really fully met. They're not really serving the people that are supposed to serve, or the youth, or the young people, the kids, and yeah, I guess there's a lot, but it's a conversation for another day. Um, there's one big issue that it's been all over the news, of all over social media, especially TikTok. Um, as Gaza, the whole conflict between Israel and Palestine. Um, and I want to just clarify certain things as we're about to start with this conversation. Just a few things that I've found for myself, or I might be wrong, but I stand to be corrected. Um, you can take, for me, I just said the conflict between the Israel and Palestine. But if you check, Israel is not a state; it never existed. It's it's an established state by the invaders, basically. And then Palestine basically has always been there. The land that I'm talking about, or the landmass that we are referring to, belongs to the Palestinian people. Um, I will quickly just explain what happened, or briefly, how did Israel begin? You understand? Um, Israelites, so-called Israelites, um, who mostly are of they are Jew, or that fall under Judaism, the religion, that religion. But again, there's another section, or there's another group that still falls under Judaism, uh, Zionists, but more political, somehow follow Judaism, but they're more of a political establishment, or political group. Um, Jews and the Zionists, they refer to themselves as the Israelites. Um, but the state started like this during World War One and Two. A lot of the Jews that are running away from the Holocaust, or the war in Germany, and the brutality that they're facing in Germany, migrated, and they sought asylum or refugee status in Palestine. So, out of a great heart, they welcomed, given land, given support, but over the years, things started to change. They started to expand. They started to want more. They started to have, and with the support of America, that is the problem. America kind of had an agreement, or with during the World War One or Two. Yeah, they got assistance. They had some assistance from the Jews and the Zionists, basically, and with the argument that after they helped them to establish a state, within Palestine, which is what has been happening over the years. Yeah. So America has been pro-Israel. America has been pushing, and America has been supporting the war. Has been supporting this apartheid state. Has been supporting this invasion for the longest time. For the longest time, the Palestinians have been. We've seen an eradication of the Palestinian people, genocide after genocide, genocide after genocide. Basically, ethnic cleansing. Recently now, since last year, the war or the conflict between Israel and Palestine intensified. It really intensified, got the massive attention from the whole world now. People actually started to pay attention to that. And thank God to social media, thank God to TikTok, which has been giving us unbiased, very clean, not tempered with information, where everybody truly saw what this was all about. You understand? It was just clear invasion, clear forceful removal, clear murder, clear genocide of a nation, indigenous nation, that have for the longest time with nothing, they've been fighting to stay alive within their land. It is the most cruel, the most brutal thing that we've been seeing, where young men are fighting advanced guns and bullets with just a brick. Very sad. And it is most saddest thing ever. Last year basically Israel brought Palestine to nothing. It's just a barrel of cement and just a no man's land, basically abandoned. There's no life there, and recently there's nothing there. Israel stands. The Palestinian people have lost everything. Assets, property, women, kids died. Hospitals, schools, there's nothing, literally nothing, nothing. And recently there's been talks in the White House about the future of Gaza, and Donald Trump shamelessly he proposed, or he is saying he's gonna go in and take over Gaza. I'll go. Yeah, it's not even about American state will do. No, I will go in and take. Nah. Basically take it, and we're going to move the Palestinians to Egypt or maybe other neighboring countries, forcefully so, because there's nothing there left for them, forgetting that the country or the state that is actually the president of as the one that has been is the one that has been involved in bringing this poor state to nothing. He knows that. Everybody knows that. He's just ignoring it, or just playing a fool with us, or just it's an arrogant behavior. He doesn't care. Just say he's gonna move in. America will come in and take over, and just basically push the whole country into real estate, and I guess settle further settlement of Zionists and these Jews, and further expansion of Israel with the disappearance of what? Palestine. How is it possible? We are seeing modern day colonialism, how it's happening. And for us Africans, or for any other state outside the USA to think they are safe, no. One day this could happen to any other state, and I fear Somalia is gonna go through that currently in Africa, if our African leaders or we don't wake up and we protect these kind of states. Already now, it's ridiculous. If nations don't stand up and fight this kind of arrogance, it'll go on. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing, it's scary, and I never thought I would live to see something like this. A lot of that stuff, we've read about a lot of brutality and a lot of cruelty and a lot of unfairness and injustice from these so-called superpowers or these so-called Western nations, and now we're seeing it. We're witnessing it. It's a clear. There's nothing to argue about or nothing to debate about. It's clear, and it's an injustice. It's invasion. It's unfairness. It's like undemocratic. It's brutality. It's inhuman. We're seeing it where people or a nation is forcefully removed from their indigenous ancestral land to no man's land. That is also forced. It is yeah. And for Gaza basically to move just like that, there is more to it. For Donald Trump, it's not only about just for peaceful sake or anything like that. There's now the establishment of geopolitical strategy where now America will have a good stand or stronghold within the Middle East, where they'll be able to guard for their interests, and they'll be able to push for geopolitical wars. And that's what America has been known for throughout its reign. That's what America has been known for. We've seen America basically invading states like Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan, Russia via Ukraine. So what we're seeing is a strategy of a nation that is used basically to creating instability in certain states or in rich or wealthy nations, so that after they've destabilized the region, they can benefit from the wealth. It is disturbing, it is disgusting, and I hope international community rise up, or leaders of the other states, these sovereign states, they stand up for a nation or for a man who pushes patriotism, who is so pro his country's name, pro America, making great again, disregards other nations and wants to make them nothing. It's disrespectful. It's dictatorship. The same nation that has been attacking and assassinating leaders of certain states, saying they're dictators. It's got a dictator and governance, and nobody's doing anything about it.